Namaste to all you cosmic souls and welcome to your full moon energy update today. Today we're going to see what's going on. Is there anything that you need to keep your focus particularly on? And if there is anything that you're not able to see but is right in front of you. Of course, there will be a lot of energy for release as well. But what is coming towards you is what we're going to look at. So these three cards have already set the theme of the reading, seems like. So we know what we are leaning towards. Alright, now we'll pick the last 4 answer cards for you. Let's see what is coming through. Let me shuffle it once. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, we'll put it here. Exactly. That's right. It's weird how the cards can just connect and just be accurate. It goes so well with the entire reading. I knew this was gonna come out. And there it is. One last card that wants to be present in your reading. Now we will move to start the reading with the serpentine rod there to take in all the energies for today. We start with the Daughter of Pentacles. So the Daughter of Pentacles is usually regarded as a person who's very responsible and kind, very supportive, and like a lot of inner strength, feminine nature, and a person who loves to be in nature as well, very connected to nature. This could symbolize that maybe you are a person who is usually seen behind the scenes. Even if you are doing a lot of work, even if you are putting in the work, you are generally, or you prefer to be behind the scenes or let everything play out. I'll stand back. Probably quite shy as well, but extremely hardworking and extremely responsible. Like all the details and logistics, you'll have them like at the tips of your fingers. Now this is to know that you will be reveling in the joy of success very soon. So even though right now you're more of a behind the scenes person, you will become a front row person very soon and everybody will be talking about you. So this is a card of like victory. You have reached a part of your life where now you can kind of leisurely live. You understand the importance of life. The obstacles may have been relentless, constantly coming in your way. But now is not a time to look at them and rather look at how far you have come and enjoy your success instead of sitting back and waiting and watching what's happening. Now with the Lovers card, we see some love coming in too. These are Canadian geese, so they mate for life. As in, once you're with this person, you're with this person forever. So for a lot of you, a long-term relationship seems to be coming closer to you, especially during this full moon energy, the week of the full moon. If you're watching this at a later time, the week of when you are currently watching it is probably a sign that a long-term relationship is coming towards you. Either a new relationship or someone you are with, or somebody will send you a message saying, this is how I feel about you, right? So everybody who is approaching you maybe with the thought of a long-term relationship, something to build together with a strong foundation. You will experience all the thrills and desire of romance, but you'll also be building this foundation at the same time. If you're already in a relationship, then it's time to be grateful and nourish this rare and precious gem that we call a relationship. Now with the Justice card, we see that the two tails of the cats are intertwined together. And they look directly at you, waiting to choose between them. What is right? What is wrong? So there's probably a lot of weight or a lot of heaviness that is surrounding the choice that you need to make right now. But now is not the time to shun the balance of or the understanding of divine balance or karma. Okay? Because all of your choices affect your life and sometimes the lives of those around you now and in the future. So that is something to keep in mind while making this choice. Because the people are looking towards you to understand you, to look for your help, to see, okay, now what is the next step that I need to be taking? It will completely depend on what he or she has to say. I'm just going to drink some water. Please hydrate yourselves. Lots of talking today, a lot of readings today. So, all right, now let's continue your reading with the Eight of Wands. Now, what we see with the Eight of Wands is like coming together of a community, coming together of a lot of people so that you're able to, a similar community of people where you're able to enjoy things that you love together. And it's not necessary that you do all of it together, but even if you're not feeling like a part of it, you are always welcome to join. So that kind of an energy is coming. So you are allowed to be yourself in this community that you find for yourself. And it's coming in the color yellow. So there's a lot of happiness and joy that is around it, a lot of love, a lot of bliss and abundance in the sense of just feeling and embracing and just being yourself in the moment. It could be a carnival, a festival, or just a place that really appreciates fun and joy and celebration, sounds, music, maybe a fire camp. What's that called? A bonfire. It's called a bonfire. How did I forget that? Anyway, it's like you're really enjoying yourself, wearing the clothes that you feel comfortable in, wearing your hair the way you like. You're not trying to impress anybody. You're not trying to yes, in a way you are being graceful and presentable in the way that you dress, in the way that you move, in the way that the gestures of your hands when you say thank you, things like that are something that you do But that's just you. You're not doing it to show somebody or tell somebody that this is how you are. And you're going to a place, you're traveling somewhere, or something is coming towards you during this full moon time, an opportunity where you get to live life the way you want, happy, celebrating each day, and really able to see through all of what is right in front of you. There's a lot of karma, this big choice you have to make. There's a lot. It's funny how we have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Cups right next to each other, while the heart space, you see this heart, it's not inside her. It's just tied to her. And she's feeling all the emotions of this big heart that is still connected to a lot of other people. Whereas the Ace of Cups is what is inside. So these cords that are tied to people and tied to you, you need to take that big red scissor and cut it. And it's weird because it's not that thick to cut. That's it. Just cut it. And that's it. It's gone. You're releasing that karma. Remember that the choice is yours. Remember that it has to come from you. It has to come from your heart space. It has to come with the way that you're saying things, the way that you're doing things. Because this celebration here is probably triggering the release. You're like on the verge of letting go completely. It's probably a very big change in your life because you never thought that you would ever have or come across this day of having to let go. But the thing is, the second that you let go, there is this lightness in the heart. The heart is able to move again. The energy is able to sway again all throughout your body and just enjoy every bit of whatever you have inside you without having that heaviness around your chest, around your shoulders. Maybe do a bit of cat and cow to expand and collapse the chest. Because for your chest to be released, your mid-back also needs to be relaxed. Because both the sides need to be balanced before you're able to completely reach your peak of your posture. Now everyone has different degrees of posture. So don't overdo it. Do just as much as you can. And now I know I shifted to talking about the body and movement in yoga. But what I'm trying to say is that don't force too hard if it's not letting go completely. You see these white dots, there are steps. So first you need to cut a little bit and then a little more and then closer, and then you completely slowly start letting go. You take one step at a time. You don't have to rush it. But you have to do it someday. And this release, it will take some time to heal and, just come back to your own bearings. Where whatever you have cut off, if they ever come back, it's on a completely a new slate, a new perspective, everything new. So nothing will matter, or not that much anyway, once you begin to let go. Don't be too strong-minded about the way you need to do things. Sometimes, actually I feel like go for it, be a bit bullheaded. Be stubborn in the way you want things done. Because that is the masculine energy that surrounds you, taking a decision, taking a stand. But you need to allow the feminine energies, your intuition, the way you look at people, the way you communicate, allow a more feminine energy to guide you in that sense. Because you may have strong approach to things, but you need to have a feminine approach to communication to have that balance, to actually have people listen to you, to actually have people understand where you're coming from, so they're able to even come to you for anything. You know, if they see that you're too stubborn, and then they feel like, no, I'm not going to be able to get through to them, then in the first place, they're going to be very scared to approach you. So what I'm saying is that, yes, you need to respond with grace. However you respond to the situation that you are in, respond with love, respond with grace, respond with intuition. Allow your intuition to guide you and allow you to respond. So as we can see, you have to learn to stand your ground. You have the masculine energy, but also respond with a more feminine energy, or allow the feminine energy to guide you in the way that you communicate. And why this is because I feel like whatever decision this is about is probably about, it could be about family, or it could be something that is very close to you, very dear to you, or it may involve people who are not have a very orthodox approach to things. They have a certain way of being. You have to I'm receiving get married at this time. Probably because there's the lovers, there's the way that you are, the light that you're coming to, and then we have a long-term relationship and you have to make a choice whether you continue what you're doing or choose a relationship of some kind. And that is the big decision that you have to make. The people around you may be pushing you into a certain way of life, a certain thought process, a certain, this is what you have to do, being in our kind of family, etc. So they may have the unorthodox approach. So you may have certain standards or certain ways of living that you may not completely agree with them. So continue to stand your ground because you have a say in things, because this is the way you have to live your life. But at the same time, understand their perspective as well. As much as you want to be bullheaded, that's fine. Just allow the understanding of their perspective and respond to them with a more a subtle answer. Say you're right, but this is the way that I live, and have faith that they will support you in whatever decision that you make. Okay, have faith that, again, this could very possibly be family or someone who is guiding you throughout your life. And, you're saying, okay, even if you agree to disagree, you're doing it on good terms. So in a way, whatever decision that you make, they will support you. And that is kind of like your guidance cards towards how to react to your situation. Okay, it could be, this is the theme of what's going on in the week of the full moon. And this is what experiences you could have throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout certain times of the day. In different days, you may experience everything in one day, or one emotion one day. It could be spread, and the way of things is obviously different for everyone. So understand that, have a layer of understanding, have an eye of understanding. If you don't feel like listen to anything and you're in that space anyway, be present. You can always have imaginary cotton buds placed in your ears Focus on something else, a faraway music, sound of the waves in your head. And allow yourself to get immersed in different sounds that you can hear. So even if somebody is talking more than you can hear or you want to listen, you're not completely absorbed into it. That is it for your reading. I really hope you enjoyed this reading and you were able to resonate with it. Sending you so much love and so much light. Namaste.